You see politics wanting to control media, then authoritarianism looms. You don't have a democracy. Whenever you see politics or politicians wanting to dictate how media operates, you can criticize the media, but you don't control it. Then the democracy is endangered. There are 6 things that media ought to do. Because media disseminate information. They disseminate information, that news. They foster public dialogue, talk shows. People call in, express their views. They hold authority figures accountable, responsible, and in doing so, they promote transparency. The media's role is vital in a democracy. Vital. Much more so than any opposition. It is therefore important that the media be free and independent. Media is not to be in the pocket of politics, because if it is in the pocket of politics, it cannot be transparent, it cannot be fair, it is going to be bias. Who is media does these 6 things. 1, they keep the public informed. Secondly, they act as a watchdog, not the opposition. And the reason why I tell you that it is not the opposition is that there have been collusions in democracy between governments and oppositions. There have been collusions. Quite frankly, there have been instances where government and oppositions come together to form what is called coalition government. So it's not the opposition that is the watchdog of the government, it is the media. The media promotes political participation. It provides a platform for diverse voices. It is to educate citizens, and it fosters public discourse. Media is to be free and fair and independent. That's when you have a democracy. So the question to the listeners are, do we have in Jamaica these 4 pillars of democracies? Do we have them? Because if we don't, then this is not a democracy. Or it's a democracy that is under threat. Is the democracy under threat tonight based on recent developments? Is it? Think about it. Oh, I'm coming back to you soon. Please look on your screen. There's a goal for tonight. We need to reach that by 8:30. All right. So the role of media in a democracy is to inform the public on current affairs, government initiatives, and other important matters that have an impact on the society. The public and the government are connected by the media, not JIS, because JIS is government media. JIS is bias media. JIS is government PR. That is not the media. JIS is the government information service. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about a media that connects the people to their government. It disseminates information. Whether the information is good or bad, it gives the public the information. So the citizens, they access information through the diverse media organizations, newspapers, television, radios, and online platforms like these. We are part of the media. Not traditional, but social. News articles, opinions, analysis, all of this enables the public to make informed decisions. Here is what I want to say to you listeners. That as the people of Jamaica go to the polls, they are going to the poll based on what they have heard in media. Media have shaped the narrative. Media have given them the information, because how else would they have gotten it? And so media can win the election. You think it's the parties that win the election? Oh, think again. It is the media that pushes the narrative, because people are making up their minds based on the information that is fed to them. You see why the Labour Party tonight, you see why the Labour Party tonight, on this nomination day in Jamaica, the best performing government in the history of Jamaica, there are operatives in this government that feels that the election is close. You know why? The media have The media have done it. Not the PNP so much, the media. And it is a disgrace. It is a disgrace that media in Jamaica is in the state that it is. It is a failure of media. The fourth estate, the four pillars of a democracy, the legislature, the executive, the judiciary, and the media. It is because of a failure of media why the Labour Party is not 8 or 9 points ahead going, and they may very well be, but the media is not even prepared to report that. I wonder if you understand what I'm saying to you tonight. And especially in a democracy where there is high illiteracy, media controls the narrative. An absolute disgrace in this country. What we have prevailing as media, an absolute disgrace. They are nothing, some of them, but mouthpieces for the People's National Party. They are nothing but mouthpieces for the People's National Party. The People's National Party have found in media an ally of misinformation and, quite frankly, damn lies. That is what the Labour Party is up against. Going into this election, what they are up against is a bias, propagandistic media. And that is why nationwide is being blacklisted. That's why nationwide is being blacklisted, because nationwide is media. Nationwide is media. Nationwide plays the role of the fourth estate. They speak the truth. And the truth in Jamaica today is antithetical to some of the interests, to some interests in this country. They don't want to hear the truth. The people must not be fed the truth. They must be fed a false narrative so that they doubt the realities that are before them. That is the truth, that what we have prevailing for media in Jamaica is nothing but a mouthpiece for the opposition. They are not the fortest. Quite frankly, some of them should lose their license. Some of them should be shut down. But then you're going to say the government is being authoritarian. But if you are not fulfilling your, not to mention this thing that they call the Media Association of Jamaica. What is that? I see they put out a little wishy-washy statement this evening. Yeah? Something as fundamental. I could 13 minutes to 8 o'clock. What type of wishy-washy statement that they're putting out? That a statement? Not even want to read it. So as a watchdog, independent monitoring you need. The media watches the government. It watches institutions. It watches politicians and public officials. It exposes corruption, or it should. I see Damian Crawford saying that the Prime Minister is a billionaire. Let me ask, is the Prime Minister a billionaire? Because I didn't know that. I thought that the reports that came out is that the Prime Minister has asset of about a million US dollars. Mr. Crawford say he's a billionaire. You hear that on media? You hear media challenging Mr. Crawford to produce the evidence? Do you hear media challenging that? This is not a media. This is not media in Jamaica. Nationwide qualifies as media because nationwide, to a large extent, is credible. It is credible. In other words, nationwide is not in the pocket of the government, you know. No, sir. They may, I don't know who they favor, but nationwide is not in the pocket of the government. No, sir. Nationwide reports the facts. And the facts supports the government. And it is not in the interest of the PNP for the facts to be told. So guess what? If you are telling the truth, then you are opposing the People's National Party. And that's where media is failing. It is truth that our murder rates are down. That is a fact. It must be reported. The people must know it. Because that is the role of media. It's not the role of JIS. JIS is the government's PR, Government Information Service. When you go to JIS, you will not hear, certain things. It's media that must report that. It is a fact that poverty has been cut in half. The people must hear that. It is and people must not only hear it. It must be discussed and analyzed. And the credit go to the government. That's what media does. It is a fact that over 250,000 people have gotten jobs in Jamaica in the last 9 years. That is a fact. It is a fact that minimum wage has moved from $6,200 to $16,000. That is a fact. Media must report that. The people must understand. It is not true that a boom in Jamaica costs $450. That is a lie. And media must call out Mr. Hales for that. That's the role of media. Because there are people in Jamaica that believes that a boom costs $450. Even though they go to the supermarket and pay $150 for it. But you know the bite theory? Behavior control? Information control? Yes? Emotional control? Not to mention the whole matter of cognitive dissonance? And tribalism? People believe it. And so what the PNP has successfully done is to label Nationwide as a JLP station. And when they do, it is so unfair. It is so unfair. And I ask my Jamaican brothers and sisters, stand up for what is right in your country. Stand up for what is right and support organizations that help you in this democracy, because you have to depend on the media to give you news, and the media must be credible. Like the Gleaner came out yesterday saying that the Prime Minister's favorability is declining. Right? The most important role in a democracy is the role of media. And you ask me, I ask you this question tonight. Which media organization is playing the role of a watchdog? I am telling you this, that if corruption breaks out in government tomorrow, nationwide is going to carry it, and nationwide is going to discuss it, and nationwide is going to condemn it. I am not a supporter of Hughes. I'm not a supporter of nationwide. But I am telling you that if one of the government ministers foul up, Cliff Hughes is going to speak about it. As I've heard him giving credit to the People's National Party manifesto. You know, I hear him saying that he's one of the best. Many of you may be young. You don't know Cliff Hughes from RGR and JBC. Clifford Hughes is one of Jamaica's best journalists. He has made some mistakes, yes. Can be a little sensational sometimes. But he's one of the best we have. And he has contributed tremendously to journalism in Jamaica. Tell me which other media house in Jamaica is a watchdog for government, for institutions that reports the news. Which other? Tell me. Which other organization in Jamaica can match nationwide when it comes on to reporting news, breaking news, reporting news, and exposing corruption? As I've never heard them cover up anything that this government should be criticized for. I've never heard it. Have you heard it? Have you heard them covering up anything? Not to mention the whole matter of investigative journalism. Yeah? Because that's another thing. Apka Fitzhenley was very good at that. He's now gone into government, a senator. Because you have to hold people accountable, influential people. Media fears no one, you know. And that is why businesses must support media. And when the PNP, well, the private sector must support media by putting their ads in the stations so that the station can pay its staff, pay its workers, and don't have to depend on political parties for infomercials and things like that. You have to bring issues to light. The media helps to maintain integrity in a democracy. Democratic systems must be held accountable, and when you do that, you foster public trust. Because men are inherently flawed, you know. That's why I believe in systems. I don't believe in individuals necessarily. I believe in systems of accountability. So media promotes political participation. So the whole matter of education, educating citizens. Well, let me move on to something else. Because today, as I try to cover nomination, I experience much hostility. Much hostility. And I'm not a journalist. But journalists often face physical threats, intimidation, harassment, you know, when they have to report on sensitive issues. Yeah? And so it is important that we, well, listen, do I have listeners? People are trying to come up. Let me see who I have. I could get back to that in a little bit. Let me see if I have any hello, good night. Good night. Listen, man, I beg you, do, please. If you check.
Neighbor, sorry, I didn't know that I was in the box. I am so sorry because I was somewhere else. I was just listening to you. I didn't know when I reached in the box. I am so sorry.
All right. No problem. Okay. Carl?
Yes, neighbor, what's going on?
Hi, sir. Hi, how are you?
Yes, can spend a little 10 minutes with you. Yeah. You hear me?
I am hearing you.
Yeah, so I just want to follow up on something that we were speaking about last night, and although I'm not going to make it out to be an issue, but I'm looking on the poll numbers that you make reference to yesterday, and it was in the media today, and I saw snippets of it on TVJ today. So yes. There's something about than this poll. You know, there's something quite odd, or something strange about it from the last 2-3 polls that he has been doing. There's something is not right, neighbor, because even the last poll that he put up, right? He was saying that Mark Golding, in space of a month, has gained 9 percentage points. You know, the last time he did his findings, the prime minister was, I think, 8 or 9% ahead. And now in this poll, just couple days shy of a month, Mark Golding has gained 9%, right? And he's up now 39% to the prime minister's 41%. That's a 2% points difference. But however, when you look at the favorability of both parties, the JLP is 6 percentage points ahead. And our history, and I don't know, all of a sudden, the party is leading the prime minister. And this thing about the IC, read the prime minister's statutory declaration, it has been in the news for the longest while, over 2 years now. So how comes all of a sudden, and you made reference to it yesterday, that it was because of what they are doing to the prime minister in terms of his statutory declaration, that people are beginning to say they don't trust him because he's a thief. But I'm saying, how that does 180 degrees just turn around for the opposition leader just like that? Something is not right. I send some, I don't want to use the word dishonesty, because I don't know how it comes about with his numbers. But something is quite odd. What do you think?
Well,
Where you bring them things from, Rennie? They put it on the counter.
Within a bag, okay?
Yeah.
Carl? Carl?
Yes, I'm listening.
Yes, sir. Shakespeare, you see, said that there were 3 types of lies. Lies, dumb lies, and statistics. You have to understand, you see, sir, that it is my view that polls in a democracy can hurt the democracy.
Yes.
Because 2 weeks before an election, any man can pay a man to put out a poll that says either party are 8 or 9 points ahead. You know what that does to the supporters of the other side and the supporters of the side that they say is ahead? Now, if we are going to have polling, then the polling, sir, should be trusted. And it must be done by organizations that have earned a reputation of integrity.
But neighbor, before
Hold on there, hold on. Unbiased. And I don't think, sir, that currently this poll holds the pride of place in the minds of many Jamaicans, that it is credible.
Yeah, but neighbor.
And that is a problem. That is a problem. Is it true? Is it true? Because do you know, Mr. Carl, that the People's National Party refused to even comment on the Blue Dot polls?
Yes, I know that. I know
They
that.
don't, in other words, the PNP discredits nationwide and thereby discredits the poll. Although the Blue Dot polls is not owned by Nationwide, you know, sir.
Yeah, I know that.
It's Blue Dot. So Nationwide hires Blue Dot to do the poll.
Right.
But the PNP, in their efforts to discredit the poll, they say no. We don't even want to comment on that poll. But they love the Don Anderson poll. Why? And what you have now, Carl, is that Laborites don't trust the Don Anderson poll. They are waiting on the Blue Dot poll. None of them, sir. None of these polls right now are going to find, you know, any. You see the point I'm making is that.
But I want to make a point, though, neighbor. I want to make a point before you move on, though. I'm saying Dan Anderson have been doing polls in Jamaica for quite a while. And I am saying, even if you want to skew the polls towards the People's National Party, but do it in such a way that it comes across as credible. I mean, you're skewing it, you know, but you're skewing it to make.
Well, I don't know that it's been skewed.
But all right. But all right. I'm not saying it's skewed, but put it in such a way, right, that it makes sense then. Because there's no way, even in the last poll, he has the prime minister leading the opposition, his opposition counterpart, by 6 or 7 percentage points. But yet, in the party standing, the Labour Party is behind. And I'm saying, I work with numbers. So if I'm going to use numbers to convince people, and I want it to come across as credible in such a way, based on my reputation, I would make it make sense, if you know what I mean. Because yesterday he's saying that no, the prime minister is only 2 percentage points ahead of Mark Golding. So you basically can call them level. But yet still, in terms of favorability, the Labour Party is 6 percentage points ahead of that. I don't remember of any polls that has been conducted in Jamaica where the party comes up more favorable than the leader, knowing that we are a leader-centric country and we vote mostly for our prime minister. You get what I'm going, neighbor? You get where I'm going? I said, make it make sense. Because how he's doing it now, anybody can look at it and say, no. Because me even hear Cliff talk about it this evening, there's something not right. And I don't know. And I've been picking up this from the last 2 or 3 polls that he has been doing. No, if you want to give the People's National Party, sell them ahead, put them ahead. Put them ahead both in the party standings and both in the leader. But it's like he want to convey a message, neighbor, as if to say, if it goes the other way, it can't be looked upon as, his polls cannot be looked upon as incredible, because it didn't come out and say one party is going to win over the other. It's kind of, putting a mix, giving a mixed signal. So that either way, it doesn't look bad on him when the result comes out.
Yeah. Well, sir, as I said, the real poll is on September 3rd. And I would say to Jamaicans, don't watch no poll.
True.
No watch no poll. Your poll in your head. And your poll, sir, is in your head, and your poll is by your finger when you go mark your X. That is your poll. Because, Carl, polls have been used in the future to manipulate people, to sway people away, and many people become discouraged either side. Some become more enthusiastic. You know, see how it gets lots of sharing, sir? Because people believe it. They want to create a sense of, momentum on their side. All of a sudden, Mark Golding is as popular as the Prime Minister. Yes? You know what that does to comrades, sir? And it may deflate. It may deflate the supporters of the other side. In a democracy, sir, it is important that polling is trusted by both sides. By both sides. And I regret to say this, but the 2 polls that we have in Jamaica are not receiving equal support from both sides. One side trusts one poll, one side trusts one poll. It no make no sense, sir. No do none.
But at least though, the Blue Dot poll is somewhat independent, because
the fact is, yes, Carl, but as independent as it is, the PNP dismisses it.
No, put aside what the PNP
If they do, Carl, Jamaica is not all Labour Party. It is a democracy. No. Yes.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying putting aside what the PNP is going to reject from what they're going to accept, because what I'm saying, we don't know. We don't know if they reject it either. When
Carl Stone used to do polls in Jamaica, both parties look out for the polls and commented on the polls. As a matter of fact, Carl, you should know that in Don Anderson's early days of polling, Don Anderson, both parties would be commenting on the polls.
Yes. So why all of a sudden then that changed? Because
Anderson is doing polling for the Anderson does polls for the People's National Party, right? And Anderson's antecedent.
Yes.
And there's a strong view, Carl, that the gleaner or the gleaner
RGR Group.
you're right. You know what the perception out there is about that organization.
Right.
You understand me? But the difference is that it may as well them come out and say it.
Yeah, but I'm saying in terms of that analysis, right? Why would he want to put his credibility on the line?
What credibility?
Huh?
What credibility?
I'm saying, you and I just agree. But
Not that their credibility don't matter, sir, if your objectives are being achieved. Who worry about that?
Well,
Did you hear the notes tonight, sir? Carl, media in Jamaica is a shadow of what it was. Okay? What we have now parading as media, sir, is not media.
No.
Yes? Media, Carl, is the fourth estate in a democracy. And the democracy, as we presently have it in Jamaica, is under threat because the people are not being served. Let me tell you this, Carl. Let me tell you this. This election is showing up some very interesting things in this country now. Some nasty things in this country. This government is not behind in any poll. No poll in Jamaica is this government behind. This prime minister is not on any statistical dead heat with Mark Golding. Not go so.
We know.
Okay? There is nothing happening in Jamaica that suggests that the government is unpopular.
Unpopular.
Or that voter sentiments are not with the government. Nothing. But there's a narrative that has been pushed by the PNP, supported by some media organizations, and some parading as journalists. They are not no journalists. Right? They are propagandists. And their only interest is to see the People's National Party return to power. That's it. They're wanting to influence the minds of Jamaicans. And I'm sorry for my brothers and sisters in Jamaica. And I think, that if Holness should win this next election, there must be a revolution on ignorance.
Yes.
There must be a revolution on ignorance. Every Jamaican needs to be developed into a thinker, right? Someone that can look at issues and make decisions on their own and stop relying on others to choose for them.
I hear you mention something in your monologue this afternoon when you say that there's no way the Prime Minister's asset comes up to $1 billion.
But that's what...
And yet no media house challenges that.
Thank you.
Why?
Right? The opposition spokesman on education says that the Prime Minister has asset, is a billionaire. Yes. Carl, you're a figures man. How much is $1 billion? Is a thousand million.
A billion, yeah.
Is a thousand million, sir. You want to tell me
a billion is 12 is 12 digits,
$1 billion is $1,000 million.
Yes, a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so you are telling me that our Prime Minister has $1,000 million?
Yeah. Where
did it from?
$1 billion is 9 digits, and that is not easy. Yes, $1 billion is 9 digits, and it's not that the Prime Minister has $160 million. He says that his assets add up to 160.
He says the Prime Minister is a billionaire.
Yes.
Is the Prime Minister a billionaire, sir? Because the reports that we have says that the Prime Minister has assets valuing $1 million.
Exactly.
That's about 60 million Jamaican dollars. And let me tell you this, and let me tell you this, Carl. There are many Jamaicans I know driving Mark X that owns asset over $1 million.
But look here. $160 million, It can that is just to build a good two-story buildings. Because I'm in the building field. And
if you have $160 million, what type of house you could build with that, Carl?
You could build two 5,000 square feet houses with that. two floor houses. Just two. Because it depends on the finishes that you're going to use.
Yes.
Okay? Because I've done estimate for people based on building plans that I approve that comes up to $70, $80 million.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So when they put it to 100, and you see, but you see the thing is it now, neighbor, and those people, as you rightly put it, knows how to manipulate our society, you know. And you know, when he quotes those figures, those people who does not know better is going to believe him. Okay? There's going to believe him. And they're going to leave that.
Listen to this, Carl. Hold on there. Let's expose the nonsense and see if we can help the people a little bit more. Hold on there. Yeah. Let's see if we can do that. This thing is. Let's go with that.
Never born with gold. When I hear Andrew, I say never born with gold spoon in my mouth. That does not mean you should steal it. When I hear Andrew, I say never born with gold spoon in my mouth. That does not mean you should steal it. Sold out to the merchant ships. Andrew Holness want to tell me that 2 taxi made him a billionaire, and we never take none of them taxi there yet.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. No, is the Prime Minister a billionaire, sir?
Look.
Is the Prime Minister a billionaire? No. So here is the absolute hypocrisy in this country, sir. This is the man. This man, Holness, is seeking a 3rd term. There is a matter. This is a very important matter, Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true that the Prime Minister has assets valuing $1 billion? The opposition is saying that. Is it true?
No. Certainly not.
Huh?
Certainly not.
And why is it that this matter is not being addressed by media? But the Prime Minister is taking flack. They are in the minds of many Jamaicans tonight. The Prime Minister is a billionaire. When get the money from? That's a question. And if it is not true, then it should be withdrawn and an apology sought.
But the money,
based on the information that we have, the information that has been released by the IC, that's not what they have said.
No.
So Crawford has additional information
that nobody has. That nobody has. Okay? There's nowhere in the report or wherever that says the Prime Minister has as much as $500 million as in terms of assets. So how you move from $160 million to $1 billion? That is $840 million more. That you're adding.
$1 billion car is 1,000 million. Enough money that. If you have $1 billion, that's not 100 million. It's 1,000 million dollars.
Yes, 1,000 million, right? Because 9 digits.
1,000 million dollars, sir. So when you reach 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, when you go to 200 million, you know, when you go to 500 million, you're not at $1 billion yet, you know. When you get to $600 million, you know, you can't spend $500 million in your lifetime, no matter how you careless. and I can tell you this, acquiring $1 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah. 1,000 million. No, but you see but I see, but I don't know why the level of dishonesty where this Prime Minister is concerned. I don't know why. I know why, but I just can't fathom if they would stoop this low just to remove a government. Okay? But I don't know. I just want this thing to be over with and done.
Carl, the Jamaica Labour Party is ahead in the polls. The Jamaica Labour Party has the majority of voter support in Jamaica. The Jamaica Labour Party is poised to win a third consecutive term. Those are the facts.
Yes.
Anything else is mere distraction, sir. But we live in a country where truth don't matter, where propaganda almost sells like sex, and people are tribalists. And if you can appeal to the tribalists, those whose interests are to put their nose in the trough, they're not interested in Jamaica. It's all about getting back their nose in the trough so that they can, the fight for scarce benefit and political spoils have created a polarized society where we are perpetually at war. Yes, that's it. So if truth don't matter here, so if I can bring you down so that I can be lifted up, then no problem. Yes, and I don't hear these things receiving any challenge.
Good
Anna,
night, neighbor. Good night,
fantastic.
neighbor.
I'm gonna leave you now. I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Here.
Have a good night now.
Mhm.
Neighbor, whenever I come on, I always bring my receipts.
Your receipts.
Yes, historically, propaganda and the media has played a very vital part in destroying societies. I'm going to
Yes.
tell you how.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go all the way back to the 40s, and I'm gonna come to as recently as 2024. Hold on there. Yeah, I'm gonna bring receipts. The media, I'm reading from a book that was compiled in Eastern Europe. The media played a vital role in producing and shaping the Nazi's propaganda. Under Goebbels, the new Chamber of Commerce, all aspects of the media were Nazified and controlled. In 1933, prior to the rise to power, there was 4,700 newspapers freely operating across Germany. Shortly after, the mustache man became chancellor. All opposition newspapers were banned. He banned all newspapers that did not fit his narrative of propaganda, of a Semitic propaganda.
Anti-Semitic?
Anti-Semitic. He was very anti-Semitic. He wanted to make sure that everything that came across, every sentence came across, it would have been attacking the Jews. Of course, he brought people into his regime. He brought other countries into his regime. And remember, the people we are fighting against, if you look downtown, they are Semitic. They are from that era. That's how they got to Jamaica in the first place, some of them, because they were running away from persecution from where they are coming from. So they come here with the same mindset. No, I am not taking up for the mustache man. But this is what happened. The little mustache man banned all newspapers, all of them that did not support his agenda. I want you to take that same narrative and put it in a sentence with Nationwide News Network and the PNP.
Yes, ma'am.
It started something that was so diabolical against a set of people.
Yes.
And they went to
By the way,
other places.
you know, man, we do a lot of chatting in Jamaica, but we don't support organizations, ma'am, we chat. I think that the people of Jamaica needs to stand up and support that station. It is a
I do.
yes.
I do. And I'm gonna come as recently as last year, when everything you hear on the news, immigrants, immigrant workers. That's what the orange man did. He was the immigrants, and he riled up that anger. I tell you about the bike model. He riled up that anger now against the minority.
Yes.
And you see what is happening now? They say I must take sleeper mark that if it happened in the 1943 to 1947, 1948, 49. And if it happens in 2024, last year, to now, with the whole deportation and alligator Auschwitz, and sending to camps here and sending to camps there. If you allow a system like that to infiltrate this country, dog nyam with supper. Because after this, we will have no more freedom of speech and freedom of press. This is where it will end. You put him in today, the freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and freedom of expression will be no more.
Yes, ma'am. And the point I am making to you, ma'am, is that tell me another media organization that is as credible as Nationwide when it comes on to reporting the news, the facts, the giving of information, and holding public officials accountable. Tell me another one.
But darling, I don't see any more.
In Jamaica.
Do you?
Which other one in Jamaica does that work? On behalf,
remember, you need to understand, neighbor. It's a conglomerate. Remember what you're dealing with. All of the others come under one heading. The printed papers come under one heading, and then you have the radio stations that come under one heading, and then the TV under one heading. So how are you going to get away from that? Unless you're going to talk about the Observer?
Yeah, well, there are about 40 media houses in Jamaica. I don't want to tell you their places. A good friend of mine sent me the ratings. Madam, some of them nobody listening to them. Some of them are not even 100 people not listening to some of them. But they are about in the top 10, and Nationwide is in the top 10 radio stations in Jamaica. I've seen the all media survey. Nationwide is in the top 10. As a matter of fact, Nationwide is the top opinion news station in Jamaica, outside of RGR, of course. RGR has their traditional listeners. Nationwide is right up there. The fact is, ma'am, that Nationwide shapes opinions based on truth. And the opinions that they shape, because it is truth, it favors the government. Nationwide is not setting out to do work on behalf of the government, ma'am. They are not doing that. What is happening is that they are reporting the news. And the news is positive.
And the news should be positive.
Well, no, ma'am. The news should be news.
Positive. The news should be news.
The news should
be
news.
Should be news.
Yes, you report
the thing is, they don't want to support NNN because NNN is a transparent radio station.
They report the news, and the news in Jamaica today is optimistic. The news in Jamaica today is positive, and positive news favors the government because it is truth. That's it, ma'am. Right? So what you get from the others is spin. They spin it. So then the facts come out that unemployment is, poverty is reduced, and then you add, well, we don't see that because when you look here, that is your opinion. News is not opinion. You have opinion and you have news.
And you have facts. Yes.
Yes.
And then you should be factual.
Is the news, ma'am. And if the news says that murder is down by 45%, that no need no spin. That is the news you report, that, and that is positive. That is optimistic.
It is down by 45%, and then they come with the word, however, therefore.
Yeah.
And they put another.
You get some so-called analysts. You get some so-called analysts. So some so-called analysts, some of them were former members of parliaments, to come and comment, as if to say, former members of parliament, members of the PNP are going to come and comment positively. Nonsense, man.
There's one thing I'm going to leave the talk with tonight is, let me tell you what propaganda is. It was used to unalive millions of people in the concentration camps. It is now being used to destroy many, many lives of many, many people in North America, because they're saying that they don't belong there, they are the minority, and they're taking their jobs and whatever. Propaganda is what is being spread out today. You need to listen for the facts. Propaganda is information, often misleading, one-sided or false, that is used to promote a political cause or point of view. Nobody has done it better than the little mustache man and the orange monster. And now we have the big fat worm who wants to come and worm away with Jamaica's money. Have a wonderful evening.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, listeners, if you look on your screen, there's a live goal that needs to be met. Okay. All right. If we are 25 minutes to 9 o'clock. There's a live goal on this that needs to be met by 9 o'clock. By 9 o'clock. We don't meet it by 9 o'clock. We can't stay on. Sir Green, good night.
Good evening, sir neighbor. How you doing?
Hold on, sir. There is a live goal on the screen that must be met by 9 o'clock. So for us to continue beyond 9 o'clock, the live goal has to be met. If it is not met, then we only have 24 minutes. Listeners, you decide. Because we'll be running out of not only running out of time, but running out of internet. We have to load this back up at 9 o'clock. So we can't continue beyond 9 if the live goal on the screen is not met. It's not my goal, it's your goal. There are 20 people in the line to come up on the show. There are 550 people. Watching today was nomination day. We're going to get to that shortly, but we're going to run out of juice by 9 o'clock. The live goal is on the screen. Keep an eye on it. Thank you so much, 1T. It's time to go to your screen, tap the screen, share the live, and look at the live goals. That's why we put it on the screen. That is the program's live goal. Can't continue beyond this if we don't meet it. So if you want to shut down the program, then that's your call. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Remember, the live goal is on the screen. We have 23 minutes to go. We meet the live goal, then we go until about 9:30. Then we have another goal. If we don't, then we can't go beyond 9 o'clock. All right? That's how it rolls. I know me says so. The staff says so. Good night, sir. How are you doing?
Yes, neighbor. I just want to put in a Good night, good night, good night. With respect
Yes,
and
good night.
manners and more blessing.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to put in a little 2 cents there. If you know or if you don't know, I just want to make a reminder to you. Did you know that the PNP definitely put out a blacklist and nationwide for the national debate, and also Emily Shield and others? Did you know that?
Yes, sir, I know. I have spent some time not addressing that matter individually, but to open the eyes of the listeners to the threat to the democracy when media does not have freedom, sir. Okay? And the Jamaican people need to understand it. And I will say this, sir, that I will be disappointed in the Jamaica Labour Party if they stand up and allow the PNP to silence nationwide in this debate. I'll be very disappointed in them.
Yeah, because it make me wonder.
If the journalists, sir, at nationwide cannot participate in the debate, we will not have any debate. Simple. We will not
Exactly. I share that sentiment.
George Davis is been blacklisted. We're blacklisting every other because there is none, sir. Then where are the other journalists to come from? Where are they going to come from?
From the Gleaner and TVJ.
Well, sir, we are going to put up placards. We're not having any debate. Hold on for me, listeners. There's a live goal there. Let's go with the goal. Hold on there, Mr. Green. We're back. Let's go there. Go ahead, sir. We're back.
Yeah, but neighbor, don't you think it's a form of reverse psychology because they do not want to debate the ruling government?
I don't think so. I think that the Jamaica Labour Party don't have anything to lose by not debating. The PNP is the party that needs to convince people. They have a message that they want to get out there. The debate provides you a large audience, not to mention the amount of clips that will be shared. So the PNP has more to lose by not debating. Yes? The government is in the ascendancy now, sir. The government can run on its record. Quite frankly, this should be an easy debate for the government.
Exactly.
Because all they need to do is to go there with their little book and present their performance. Every question that is asked, you pivot to your performance. You know, sir, the Jamaicans can learn. Jamaican politicians can learn a lot from the Americans, you know, sir. You see the moderator. The moderator don't control no debate, you know, nor the people asking the questions, you know. Is you control what you say in your debate. So whatever question they want to ask, you answer what you want to get across. Is communicate. You want to communicate to your people. You have 90 seconds to answer a question. So you ask me a question about A. I am going to answer. Well, by the time I get to your answer, the time run out. Don't answer it, but I get my message across. You understand me? That's politics. Politics is political debates, you know, sir. So don't talk about moderator control. You know? But Mr. Gentleman, you didn't answer the question. Well, so what? I communicated my message to the people. Because you can't come back to it, you know, because guess what? Time is running. You only have 90 minutes.
Exactly.
So the government can nail down this debate, sir. And those people who are trained in the government presenters need to let them understand. Listen to me. It's a message you want to communicate. What is the message that you want to communicate to the people of Jamaica? Don't listen to no question what people want to ask. Oh, they ask you all type of thing. you communicate what you want to communicate. Well, Minister, you didn't answer the question. Well, your business that. I have already said what I wanted to say. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Caroline.
So where we go from here?
Huh?
So where we go from here?
Where we go from here, sir, is that the government needs to start winning the narrative in Jamaica. The government needs to start winning the narrative. For too long, the PNP has felt that they can set the narrative. They are not the government. Yes? You have to seize this moment. For the next 2 weeks, all we need to be talking about, yes, is the positive things that are happening in the country. You know, could be a distraction, sir. This could be a distraction that the PNP is using because they want to shift the narrative. They want to take the conversations away from the performance of the government and putting it to minutiae, things that are irrelevant. It could very well be a strategy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier on, maybe, them just don't want to debate the whole debate.
But
so
all the
them come
government
up with something.
is to make it quite clear. We are going to leave the decisions for the debate moderators and journalists to the Jamaica Debates Commission. If the Jamaica Debates Commission chooses George Davis and the PNP wants to pull away, then the JLP goes to the debate and they debate with empty chairs. Don't let the PNP win this one.
Exactly.
Yes? The Jamaica Debates Commission selects their moderator and their journalists. You can't agree with it.
But the Jamaica right now, neighbor is like, I never trust most of these things because maybe the Jamaica Commission look like, the muhil to the PNP.
What you can trust, sir, is your vote. What you can trust is the vote that you have. And I say to the Jamaican people, go out and exercise your democratic right.
Yeah, man, that's where, I think that's what most Jamaicans
never seen in this country. Go out in numbers never seen in this country. Go out, sir, because your democracy is yours. Your country is yours. It belongs to you. And you must not surrender it to anyone.
Definitely.
Fantastic, sir. All right.
Okay, neighbor, and thanks to share your point of view with me anyway.
Are you in Jamaica, sir?
I'm home now.
Okay. Great, man.
I'm home now.
But well, it's 14 minutes to 9 o'clock where I am. And as I said to you, we have 14 minutes to complete.
Well, I will believe in on the 5th anyway.
The 5th, all right. Yeah, you have to come back here.
I always do, maybe just spend a couple months,
Okay.
I actually have a 10 year.
No, man, I mean, you must come back on the program.
I always on your program. From day one.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Have a good one with more blessing and continue to teach.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for sending, for helping us to achieve our life goals, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good night, sir.
Good night, neighbor.
Yeah, man.
So, not much of the discussion surrounding the PMP's posturing about the journalists from Nationwide.
Yes.
I don't know how much longer the JLP will wait to respond as to what
the Prime Minister did speak to it today,
yes.
doing it.
Yeah, I heard that. But in terms of whether or not they'd go ahead, since the first debate is scheduled for Saturday. But just thinking from a strategic perspective, the JLP is yet to launch their manifesto. So one option I'm thinking that they could explore is to, in view of the PMP's position and posturing, to walk away from the debate and use the occasion to present their manifesto in a forum that will invite not only journalists, but the general public to come listen and ask questions that they might have arising from what they will present on the economy, the social issues. And even the Prime Minister could have an opportunity in that setting to face the said journalists and members of the electorate who would ask him questions surrounding his leadership, surrounding all the niggling issues that has been used by the opposition as metal to come against him, and use it as an opportunity to address those issues in addition to what it is that is in their manifesto, and further expound on the 250 achievements booklet that they have issued. What do you think about that as a strategy?
You know, sir, it is a brilliant idea. We would have to test it in public opinion to see what the people of Jamaica thinks about it. I think that I have been suggesting from last night that the Prime Minister holds a town hall meeting. A town hall meeting. The last time the Prime Minister did a live at the mass meeting in Halfway Tree, there were 21,000 people watching on his page alone. And I think he got over 21 million likes. Okay. So the Prime Minister can do national broadcast. He can do sit-down interviews. You know, there are several platforms that he can go on, engage the people. Yes, don't get into a fight with the PNP over no debate right now. The PNP, you know, they more than anyone else wants to get public attention. The Prime Minister has that attention, and all he needs to do is to engage the public on his plans for them. His plans for them going forward, because I think that, you know, in either case, the PNP has more to lose for not having a debate than the Jamaica Labour Party. I think the PNP, if the PNP, if we don't have a national debate, I don't think the PNP gains anything from that.
Okay. Agreed. Yeah. So I just thinking it through. I've been listening to the discussion. That would be an ideal out for the Labour Party in this scenario, because I don't think that they would lose anything by going this route because of the very posturing of the PNP and what it says about their own thinking, if it is that they want to go that route by trying to blacklist journalists. What they seem to want is an environment that is more favorable to them in terms of.
But let me ask you a question, my brother. What is your idea about this blacklisting? What do you think about it?
I think it's unacceptable. I mean, freedom of the press, for example, if you think about it, is one of those international standards that is used to judge a country and the strength of its democracy.
Yes.
If the free press is one of the parameters by which jurisdictions such as those first world countries use to assess the quality of our democracy, and then a political party is going to advance a position that seeks to blacklist journalists because you might find them not favorable to you, then that sends a bad signal. Because if it is that you come into power now, you get strength by virtue of having control of the arms of government that, for example, regulate media, that issues licenses. So you can then use your power to influence who gets licensed and who continues to be on the air, because you want that person or persons to basically walk the line that you want them to walk. That is not necessarily in the interests of the democracy. If you can't have free speech, for example, which I suspect, or I would think, is one of the integral components of a democracy, where freedom of choice comes in, then what are you communicating? What do you have? How does Jamaica look in the eyes of the world if you are going to advance a position that, hey, I don't want X, and if X is involved, I'm not coming, or whatever? that doesn't send the right signal, not only to the society, the democracy in which you are and which you seek to lead, but those outside that are looking in that use that the quality of the free press as a basis to judge your own democracy. So it's as if you're planting a seed that ultimately is going to work against you, even if you form government.
Fantastic. Well said, sir. Very well said. Very well said.
Yeah. So
all right.
Let's see how.
So much. Fantastic. Del. Del. Lenford. No, not there. All right. Not Lenford, not Del. Let's go back to the box and see up here. One in the talk list. Hello. Okay, Angela. Okay, not there. All right. Angela, are you there? Are you there, Angela? Is Angela there? Is Angela there? No, Angela is not there. And let's see who is. Okay, not there either. Well, let's see if we can. Scratchy's here. Lord bless. Good night to you. Hello? No. The folks are not knowing. Good night to you, Scratchy. Good night, Scratchy. Scratchy. Oh boy. Scratchy. I tell you, this is sometimes all over the place. Angela? Angela?
Yes, good night.
Angela, are you there?
Yeah.
Good night to you, ma'am.
Yeah, good night, sir.
Good night. Go ahead, Angela.
Good night. Yes, good night.
Yes, I'm hearing you. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Angela? Hello? Calda? Angela? Oh, I'm getting a little bit out tonight with these people then. All right, let's see what. It's 4 minutes to 9 o'clock. Good night, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Good night.
Good night.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, neighbor. I'm going to have one question to ask you about today's proceedings. Because I was following on the different live, people who are going live and watching the different parishes, areas. And based on what I'm seeing in comparison to the polls that they released, the Dan Anderson poll, I don't know if my eyes are fooling me, but I am seeing a totally different thing. So I would want to know your views on it. What is your take on today? I don't know if you were watching or following it, what's going on today, but based on what I saw, I saw a totally different thing.
When you say you see a totally different thing, what do you mean?
All right, in the polls they said that Mr. Golden is neck and neck with, or close tie with, Dr. Andrew Holness. But today, when I watched both PNP, both JLP candidates being nominated, in energy, I would say the Labour Party lead 100%. In majority of the places, candidates being nominated, I would say the Labour Party is a clear win in terms of supporters turnout to support their candidates. So with comparison to what the polls say, you know, I wasn't seeing that. So I want to hear your take on it.
All right. First of all, sir, I'm not a believer in crowds. I think that crowds can be misconstrued. And I think that if you focus on crowd, you can lose the election. I spoke to people today who told me that they don't have a vote, but they were in the crowd. That's the first point. Crowds are psychological. You need them because if you turn up at the nomination center with 5 people, nobody's going to take you serious or seriously. So you can create a false narrative with crowds. You can give people an impression that you are winning when you are not winning. What you have to look for is there are several things that you can look for in terms of whether a party is winning, sir. There are several things. But parties' ability to mobilize grassroots support, which is where I think this election is being misanalyzed. Because I think that many people are too focused on what they are seeing and not what is not seen. This election is not really about what you see. It's about what you cannot see. Because I tell you this, the majority of people who will vote in this election did not turn out on nomination day. Are you getting me? He's gone.
I'm here, I'm listening.
Yes. The majority of the people who will vote did not turn out on election day, on nomination. They are at work, sir. They're at work. They're driving JUTZ buses. They're doing their business. What you see are grassroots supporters. Yes, grassroots supporters mobilized for this occasion. I couldn't go to a nomination day, sir. I have to do other things. No. So that is not the barometer that you use to measure the success of a party. Yes, and so I don't want to necessarily make a judgment based on what I see today. These are optics, sir. They are optics. And optics are good, but they are to an extent. 150,000 strong could not be wrong. There was a landslide victory for the Jamaica Labour Party. Not even the crowd that is in halfway tree, the halfway tree a couple nights ago, I use as a barometer. What I use as a barometer are sentiments that I pick up on the ground. Sentiments across Jamaica. And when I go across the country and I speak to people, there is positive sentiments towards the government. I saw something today that is very interesting, and I spoke to some people about it. That I saw people from the opposition switching on the ground. Switching in right there where I was. And I find that to be very interesting. Because I don't think that there are a lot of people in Jamaica that are going to vote against wholeness. I think there are people in Jamaica campaigning for and with the PNP, but they are not for the PNP. So though they campaign with, that's just to, you know, appease the tribalism, the polarized nature of the politics.
That's my thought on it too.
Yeah, but the vote is going to be different. They will not vote for the PNP. Yeah, so let's now move on to the polls. You have something in your background there. You can turn it down. The organization putting out the poll does not find favor with half of Jamaica. And in that regard, sir, I would not see that as credible. We need in Jamaica polling that both sides trust, and they not trusting some. The polls that are being published do not find currency on both political fences. And in that regard, I think that we should dismiss them. Don't talk about them. The poll that we must talk about is the poll that is coming up on the 3rd of September. Yes? When I'm telling you and I'm telling my listeners, there are going to be surprises right across the island. That is the poll that I want to talk about, sir. I don't want to talk about Dan Anderson and him poll. Because if you ask Floyd Morris, you know Floyd Morris, sir? You can't talk to me, son, you close your mic.
No, sir, I don't know him.
You don't know Floyd Morris, former senator?
Oh, yes.
If you ask him, sir, he'll tell you that Holness is a lot more popular than Golding.
I would think so too.
Anyway, sir, you have anything else to add?
No, sir, I just wanted to know your point of view for me to understand a little more.
Okay. Yeah. All right, sir. Take care of yourself.
Okay.
All right. Listeners, it's 6 minutes after 9 o'clock, and let's say the laborers are waiting on the blue dot poll, and the comrades have gotten their poll. You see, it's polarized. It doesn't help the democracy. It's divisive. Where is the poll? The poll is on September 3rd. There's a live goal on your screen, and it must be met. So let's decide on how much more time we can get. Let me negotiate that and get right back to you. All right, team. Let's go. All right. I'm coming right back to listeners. Coming right back. All right. Kota, good night to you, sir. Good night, Kota. Well, let's go to Calda. Calda, are you there?
Yes, neighbor.
Yeah.
You hear me, neighbor?
Yes, sir.
Yes, man. Me just give one little 2 cents, you know? I tell you, say Central Clarendon, you don't have Central Clarendon. Why I tell you, say that one welcome to Delroy Williams, you know?
Is that so?
And and you have 99%. Yes, you have 99% of who and the tour today is of them vote. 99% of them.
You were able to measure it.
Not even Mike Henry 2016 and 27 no carry half of this crowd.
Yes, sir, but Central Clarendon is a safe Labour Party seat, is it not?
Yeah, man. So, because you have some PMP talking all kind of things about PMP taking over Maypen and everything there,
Taking over Maypen, sir?
Yes, man. So the PMP them attack, and this woman we are going to run. Him not have popularize the local Jess. And just could manage it.
Yeah, more make the chat, sir.
Yeah, man. True. Yeah, man.
So,
it's a warm welcome, man.
You were there, sir?
Yes, man. Come like me. One of the video, man.
You have videos there?
Yes, man. Videos and pictures more than anything else, man.
Well, fantastic.
Yes, man. We tore out the whole of Maypen.
Yes. So you're working, sir? Are you working?
Well, no. Just my party, Me does everything for my party,
Are you employed?
I'm a runner, so I'm a runner.
I don't ask if you're a runner, sir. I say if you're employed. Kevin?
Yes, neighbor. Yes, neighbor.
Hold on, caller, because your internet crappy like Kevin, go ahead, sir.
Yes, neighbor. Good night, sir. Yeah, boy. South St. Catherine, Wilmington, boy. I tell you.
You were there today, sir?
Yes. Neighbor, yeah, man. Nice, man. I go for the road, go tour, man. I tell you, man.
You went on a motorcade?
Yeah, motorcade, yeah. And
well, I covered that. Did you see me there, sir?
Yeah, me thump off the fist, man. Me come to you and thump off the fist.
You did? Wow. But you not buy me no liquor?
Me see a neighbor, man. Me see a man and me come to you and...
You not buy me no Heineken. You not buy me no Heineken. Me there the place and me thirsty, so till not on the labor right now.
Neighbor, me see neighbor, me see when you have black on the phone, man. Have the phone and...
Yes, and you couldn't carry one drink, so give me money, you saw me thirsty.
No, neighbor, so when that me come from, a crowd, man. Too much people, you know what I mean?
I tell you, brother. Well,
yeah, man.
But seriously, sir, that nomination day today was fantastic for Wilmington, was it not?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, fantastic, man. I tell you, man, body come up, man.
Yes.
I want me to run
where people come from, I will have sir.
No, but I tell you, neighbor, when we go on a bus, when they but me have to send some more bus again because we left people over at office. I tell you. The bus will turn up with more people in the office.
So you're a worker, sir? You are a worker for the party?
Yeah, Mr. Runner. Yeah, Mr. Runner.
No, tell me what is a runner?
All right, we go for people them. Go for the people them and the yard and something.
You run go for them. You run go for them.
No man, no really run go for them. Right, we don't want era like we live down by South Street. So I know everybody in that era. So I just work down there. So I'm just go for them and I show them a polling, a shot them for vote. A PD.
So why do you have to go for them?
Because I feel like that. I run around that.
Yeah, but why do you have to go for them? They won't come?
No. All right, listen to me. Yeah, we just go, stick off their name, and then go. Or they can come with me. Anything, can we know them? Because yes, I'm work all the while.
Okay, so it's transportation you're providing for them?
Yeah, we have transportation. We can pick them up, man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
man. We
if
have
I
transportation.
want,
We can pick.
if I want transportation to go out on election day voter, I can get it.
Like transportation.
Yes, man. If you go vote up a Marley, up a Marley or up a Olava primary. No, that's so.
Yeah, man. Yeah, transportation they provide the people them. They far we can go for them.
Yes.
Yeah, and carry them go vote and we carry them back.
And carry them back home?
Yeah, carry back home. Yes, of course, I carry them back home.
What are you saying to me?
Yeah,
and then get food.
Yeah.
Then get food to eat.
Food to eat.
Uh-huh.
Like oh.
When you carry them come vote, you get them something to eat.
Yeah, but I eat.
Neighbor. Get some feed. Uh-huh.
Neighbor. It's easy, man. We move on from that one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but thousands of people turned out in Olava today.
Yeah, I free town, man. 1 million town, everyone 1 million town.
Tell me something, Kevin. What is it about this man, Mr. Warmington? All right. Frankly speaking, 1 million works for the people. He does?
Yes, man. That's why people love him. If you look on his shirt, 1 million shirt, you see the writing on the back. Yeah.
Tested, tried, proven.
Yeah. Tested, tried, and proven. They work. One thing with him, everyone 1 million work for the people at South St. Catherine, hard worker. The people they love him and then come out for him. Yeah.
Well, you can testify about that, sir, as a member of his constituency.
Yeah. For real, man. I tell you, we not put him out at Wilmington. Every Wilmington work for South St. Catherine people. That's why they love him. They love him to grow when he walk on.
My goodness.
That's why people turn out today. And turn out to the film. Everyone.
Yes.
It's a good, hard working MP. Yeah.
Well, brother, I tell you the truth. I am so proud. I am so well, I must tell you the truth.
Neighbor, listen to me. Neighbor, listen to me. That is not yet. That is nothing yet. That's my people live in the yard. All right. Everyone meet and keep on cafe concert over by the office, the 13th of July. And people them come out, neighbor, me tell them come out, they look on people. Both care, they look, I tell you, man, people love everyone, love him. He grow when he walk on. People then believe in everyone, believe in him as a hard working MP. And the people put everyone in his party there now, so it must work for people then. No matter.
Yes. You mean he represents them well and he does things for them?
Yeah, representing all the time he go to parliament and he talks at South St. Catherine, people put me there. So work for the people. You see it to them, man. You didn't see it, you see it, you know. The people love him, you know. People love everyone.
I couldn't believe it, sir. I tell you the truth.
That is nothing. That is nothing. That's why people ain't gonna work, and if people ain't never gonna work. But I say, neighbor, I tell you, say, we say we go up on the motorcade, neighbor, we stop a whole half a beer. We go break ground for
You went into all of a bay today.
Yeah, neighbor, we go all of a beer. A blacky place, black up. Let me say black up.
But you lost that division in the local government election.
Well, listen to me now, neighbor. All right, we know that, but people them get back themselves. People get back themselves. The people get back themselves.
They lost themselves. They had lost themselves.
But them they recoup back and come back. You understand? So just you know what I mean? Everyone can lose, you know. Everyone can lose, you know.
Okay.
Everyone represent the people.
Yes, sir.
understand? And people see work, them see him work, and people love him. You understand? They love him.
Yes, sir.
And they always put the ground because tomorrow now we are go start the campaign now tomorrow. So we are go country, vocal for them places.
You are going to start the campaign tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow, yeah. I just talk on the mic now. So I say, you want everybody to go sleep now and just relax yourself and tomorrow you camp on the road again. Neighbor, tomorrow, a different segment. A roll people roll out.
What do you mean different segment?
No, you see people roll out.
Different segment tomorrow?
Yeah, man. When the people roll out over office, tomorrow over office 5 o'clock, a big people over there. From about
Hi, neighbor, good night.
You mean between now and election day?
Yeah, man, in a campaign.
Every day things are going to go on there.
Every day. One minute on the left road, every day man on the road. Every day.
What you saying to me?
Sunday to Sunday. Not right. We start camping at first and catching it.
How would this man say to me, say?
Is that man?
How are you saying to me, sir?
Yes,
different
man.
segment.
Different segment. It turn up. No, one minute and things turn up.
Early juggling. Today was early juggling.
It's the way I said today. I warm it on a warm up. Warm it on a warm up. Yes, man. You know, press no gas or nothing yet.
Okay, so today was just the early settings, early juggling, you know?
You see what going, man. You see what going. You come for the ground and see what going, you know.
Then if today was early juggling, sir, what will happen next week and so?
All right. That time shift in a different gear. Different gear shift now. Yeah, but we have some man, different gear, big man shift now. Everyone want me to that, everyone Clifford want me to that. Him know ground, he know people, he know art type people. People love him. So see tomorrow, he never move the gear stick, it's a drive. Mad thing tomorrow, man. Different segment tomorrow, man.
What?
How we say, man? I saw Sen catching this now. I see him place now.
Well, listeners, you hearing that? You hear that? You hear that? Man says early juggling.
Early, not started. It's all just true. It's all just true. I play two music. No, don't play the play. Not the play. The special play. Not the play it.
Don't play it.
Yeah, yes, man. Not the play it, man.
Well,
I'm mad. Hey, when I want neighbor, it's when they want me to do with thing. Different thing. Big man different from boy. So is it tomorrow?
Big man thing to big man thing tomorrow.
Oh yes, man. Neighbor. Yes, neighbor. Every Wilmington. People love him, man. He's grown neighbor, man. I tell him, man.
I've never heard it like this before.
Neighbor, they're on the ground today and see what go on, you know. You see what go on, you see people, you know. You see people, you see what go on.
Yes. I saw it.
Neighbor. Frankly speaking, if everyone will never work for South End catching people don't love him the way they.
You are telling me, sir. You are telling me.
Yeah. If you never work,
I've never heard it like this.
If you never work with South End catching
in politics.
Them the way people not go come out.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You're gonna have liquor tomorrow too? Liquor for drink?
Listen to me. Listen to me. One thing with every Wilmington, when they go up on the road, you provide everything for me when you go up on the road. You understand? I say, yeah. You provide, that's why people love him. Provide when we go out, refreshment, everything.
So when you go out, what is it you're going out to do?
Me? What you say? What you say?
Yeah. Like when you go on the road. By the way, I heard, you know, sir, today one of my friends in Old Harbor was introducing Mr. Warmington to me and said, neighbor there.
Yes.
Mr. Warmington. I wonder if Mr. Warmington watch neighbor. My goodness, I couldn't believe it. Says neighbor there. Say boss. He says the boss. Say neighbor there. I tell you, the whole of them are watching this program. Well, good night, Mr. Warmington. Well, sir. Yes, sir. So when you go on the ground tomorrow, what happens?
Well, you must stop at some place and talk.
Oh,
So that's all about the campaign. Like we just stop at Bogles. We
yes.
stop for 1, 2 or 3 hours and we talk. I will live on there, so go one different place and we talk. You understand? So all about it go. For 3 weeks our campaign.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
sir, nice talking to you.
Yes, neighbor.
And whenever you see me again, just tell me that you are the man that come up on the program and talk. But you must, next time you come there, buy me 2 Heineken, no, man. You just can't.
Neighbor, me have money like to the man.
Eh?
We have money. I want to be labor right now. And when we go out, we always have money. You understand?
You
But
had
if
money.
you today we see me,
You had money today?
yeah, man. Of course.
Oh.
There's
Well-
a professional barber now. There's a professional barber.
Where is your barber shop, sir?
In Old Harbor.
In Old Harbor?
Yeah. So we
Okay.
just pass that today and just give the big man thing today.
I see. Well,
You understand?
tell me where your barber shop is, so I come and get a trim. How much for trim?
Well, when next time we talk about that.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, next time we talk about it. Neighbor, listen to me. Right now, is it Andrew Ollis, the Prime Minister?
Uh-huh.
Is it Andrew, the Prime Minister? I tell you, people love him, man. He's popular. The most popular Prime Minister the Jamaica ever see. And that man is hard working, not talking, just work. People love him. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Andrew. Yeah, man. Andrew, God bless, man. God bless. Yeah, man. God bless.
Big up yourself. You hear me, sir?
Yeah. Have a good night, yeah?
No leave yet. Just hold on the 1 minute. Let me do something here. The man says early juggling here. Early juggling.
Yeah, man. Early.
When Mr. Warmington okay. The show today was early juggling. We have Scratchy coming up soon. All right, listen to this, brethren. Listen to this. Well, you're in tune. Oh my goodness, early juggling starter. No. Early juggling starter now on the show, boy. We're gonna tear this thing apart, eh?
Yeah, man. Jesse Lodge.
In the dance. Come in. How are the girls them there? Where the girls them there? Come in at the show. Where the girls them there? Early juggling. Tomorrow. It's 9:27. A big man thing later on, Where the girls them there? Come in, Kevin. What you say, Kevin?
Real, man.
What you say?
Real. Early juggling.
What you say?
Early juggling.
The Labour Party thing, not true.
Yeah, man. Leave a party thing, man. Oh, yes, man. There's a tune in that dance,
Take care of yourself, my brother. Take care. Bye-bye.
Big up yourself.
Bye-bye.
Big up.
Early juggling. Listen to me. We're just warming up, Kevin. That's all.
Yeah, just warming up.
That's a barber in Old Harbor. What a fantastic young man that is. Take care of yourself, my brother. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Man says early juggling. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Locking down the others, everybody's over here. Oh. Early juggling, Scratchy. Good night to you, sir.
Blessed night, neighbor and the viewers. Blessed night to everyone in the church.
Hold on, Scratchy. Hold on. JC Lodge, so we don't join Lodge? No, man, we don't join Lodge. We are people up. Well, Casey will have to make it up to us. We haven't seen him tonight, but we're juggling on. Yeah, Scratchy, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Not bad, neighbor. Very wonderful. I'm doing well, neighbor. I hope you are too, and hope the viewers and everyone is also doing well themselves.
Yes. Tell me, Scratchy, from the party's perspective, how was today?
I mean, from the party's perspective, I mean, looking out and looking in, I mean, I would say the Jamaica party look even better. So definitely, neighbor, today was a wonderful day, neighbor. I mean, the supporters came out and definitely show their respect and their support for their respective candidates, neighbor. Today was a very good day. All 63 candidates are fully nominated and ready to go to gain that spot for the Jamaica Labour Party. Again, neighbor, I said it earlier, neighbor, one of the main things that's really struck me today, neighbor, was how organized and resourceful the Jamaica Labour Party looked to the neighbor.
Tell us a little bit about that, Scratchy. What do you mean by that?
I mean, when I say organized, neighbor, I mean you could see that this was very thought out. It was planned. It was orchestrated well. It's not just. It seems as if it's not just the nomination day wasn't just planned by the respective candidates. It seemed as if there was a organization or a committee put in place at headquarters to really sort out these things and put these things in place. Later, now seamless the day was, we don't hear any form of violence, any form of eruption. Everyone seemed very happy. And when I talk about, I mean, resourceful, when you look, neighbor, to pull out these type of people, neighbor, we don't want to believe it or not, neighbor, have to face the reality. Yes, these people love the party, these people want to come out and support, but these persons are coming out to support your neighbor. You have to make sure that you have some form of resources to make sure that you can keep up these persons. You're asking them to walk from point A to point B, provide water, refreshments. So and the Labour Party delivered on that today. And it's the reason why you see so many persons come out and support the Jamaica Labour Party today. Well done, Jamaica Labour Party. We're in the lead, neighbor. Today is the first day of Sports Day, neighbor. Sports Day is officially launched today, and we will definitely go into the sprints come September 3rd.
And do you think, Scratchy, that based on the feedbacks you have gotten from across Jamaica, that the Labour Party in all the constituencies would have dominated the optics today? Because optics are also important, are they not?
I mean, it's politics, neighbor, and when you come down to the ground level, neighbor, to connect with that base, neighbor, there has to be some form of optics. There has to be some form of excitement. There has to be some form of people ray. That is what the base want to see. And I think the Jamaica Labour Party delivered that today, neighbor. When you look across all constituencies, neighbor, and look at how the candidates came out, how they rolled out, the support that was behind them. The Jamaica Labour Party definitely come out today and they showed up and they showed Jamaica that, yes, we are ready come September 3rd.
Right. Tell us then, Scratchy, in terms of my friend on earlier spoke about early juggling, and fantastic term that he used. But how does the parties now push forward? What happens now for the next 2 weeks?
All right, neighbor, we're about 16 to 17 days to the election, neighbor. So right now, it's all groundwork right now, neighbor. It's all groundwork. We're gonna see a lot of more advertisement now, ads coming out on radio and TV more often. We're gonna see ads more regular. We're gonna see our candidates more regular. We're gonna see persons in their green shirt more regular. I mean, we talk about the persons canvas before, but persons are gonna still be on the ground, neighbor. Because neighbor, you have to make sure that you are visible. You have to make sure that you are visible. You cannot give your opponent a chance to come in and speak to a prospective voter who still might don't control or make up their mind as to where they want to go. So you have to be visible. You have to keep visiting these persons, neighbor. Make them see you. Make them see. Make them tired to see your face. Make them know say yes. May I show you say September the 3rd we really need a vote and you're gonna continue to see me. So it's just our system going, neighbor, right now. It's all about workers, outdoor agent, indoor agent, neighbor, and most importantly, runners. All of us are runners, neighbor, and I just continue to spread the word and ask every single person who wants to see the Jamaica Labour Party take this third term, just go out and give your support 100% in whichever way you can. Yes, all of us are going to put our finger in the ink and vote, yes, but we could see how which other way we can help the party. If you have a transportation, you can move a person from point A to point B, do that. If Monday you can give somebody a bus fare if you go vote, do that. Anyway, or every vote count right now. We need every single vote in the ballot because this is a very serious time. We see what is going on with the press. We see the PNP try to silence our media house. That is a call for concern. We see Dr. Dawes tries to let the Prime Minister and tell him if he can or cannot pass. That is also a cause for concern. We cannot let the People's National Party get back rank on this country, neighbor. Everything we fight so hard for, neighbor, are going to set back. We're going to see back an increase in crime. We're going to see back an increase in poverty. We're going to see back an increase in the unemployment rate. We're going to see an increase in a whole lot of stuff, neighbor, where it takes so much years to get over. If we should, Jamaicans should ever elect back the People's National Party in a government. And to the persons, neighbor, I always come here every night and you might say, why is Scotch keep balling to these persons? The persons who call themselves the undecided. Neighbor, these persons have a power in the neighbor. These persons can swing an election to either party, you know. And anyway, these persons can swing the election, neighbor, by participating or by staying away. If they stay away, neighbor, it's a possibility that they might make certain people who support the PNP, neighbor, who is of a I don't want to be there, so like me, I disrespect nobody, neighbor, but we can't allow, neighbor, certain persons, neighbor, who even have a grade 10, a grade 10.
All right. Scratchy's microphone is yes, neighbor. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that, neighbor. So just to add to that, neighbor, I just want to let you know, neighbor, that yes, definitely, neighbor, we have to stand firm, neighbor, with the Jamaica Labour Party. We have to give our support to the Jamaica Labour Party. This is a very serious time in our life, neighbor. This is the most consequential election that we're ever going to, neighbor. We have never seen a government, neighbor, enter election with so much achievements. So we don't know where these persons are going to go, neighbor. We don't know how appreciative these persons are of the achievement, neighbor. And we have to continue to push it at them and remind them that where we are coming from and where we are right now. And I'm not going to come here and tell anybody that Jamaica is all gloomy and we're ready and we'll take off. No, we are not there as yet. But the greatest thing, neighbor, as I often said, we are not where we used to be, neighbor. And that's the greatest thing to know that you're not where you was last year. If you look at the country from 10 years ago, neighbor, to now, the country has increased massively, neighbor. More persons own car, neighbor. More persons have gotten land titles more than ever, neighbor. More persons have gotten an increase in salary. Living condition of persons have increased. Come on, I don't know what else anyone want. Anybody, neighbor, who sit and continue to say the government is not doing nothing, stop. Listen to these persons who say the government not doing nothing. Government can only do so much. What are you doing for yourself? We have to push. I mean, I beg the undecided, please don't let a few persons who not even have a 9th grade qualification or education decide the fate of our country who support the People's National Party with them baseless argument about time come. We can't put a future on them people here, and we will have sense, neighbor. We have to stand up, neighbor. Wrong or bad neighbor can only conquer when time the people move say good, stay silent. And we have been silent for too long, neighbor. And it's now time for Jamaicans to stand up. And it's not about politics, it's about choosing Jamaica. You don't have to say you don't have to like Journalistic, you don't have to like Labour Party, you don't have to like politics. Like Jamaica. And stop talk about who you like and who you don't like. Like your country. Like where you want to see your country go. And I definitely want to see my country, neighbor, become the place that tries to live, raise family, and do business. And I strongly believe that Andrew Michael Holness right now is the only man who can bring you to that level. Nobody else. Okay. All right. So Prachi, you have been around for a while, and you have actually worked in many elections. Put this one in perspective for me. Do you think the Labour Party is now winning the elections? Is the party winning the election?
I mean, definitely, neighbor, when you look at the atmosphere, you would say that the governing party is definitely winning the election, neighbor. I said it before, neighbor, the government, neighbor, has done enough. This has nothing to do with the government no more, neighbor. The government has basically done its part, neighbor. The government has outdone itself coming into this election, neighbor, from 2020 to present. The government has done well. It is now up to the political party to get machinery in line now, to line up the persons now, neighbor, to show that they are appreciative of what they have done. So it is now on a growing level, and it is so sad, neighbor, that the government was done so much, still have to be doing this. The Prime Minister still have to be on the road 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, neighbor, still pushing the message to show a person that this is what he has done, when it is clear as day, where everybody should have seen that. The Prime Minister should have sit up in that house, neighbor. I know so we have this election in the pocket, but that's not how Jamaica is. Persons, they often say that government don't win election, political parties do, and when you have an opposition who oppose everything, opposition will sell misinformation, opposition will sell lies, opposition is all about gimmicks. The government have automatically going in overdrive, and the Prime Minister is in overdrive, neighbor, because of the message that the opposition has spent. They are reckless in their rhetoric, they are not professional, neighbor, and we cannot give these people our country to run. And right now, This election, neighbor, is more important than any other election, neighbor. This
Why?
is the
Why,
most
sir?
consequent. Neighbor, the reason why this election is so important, neighbor, we have seen a government, neighbor, who is not using government for 9 years, and we have seen what this government has done, neighbor. And it would be a disservice, neighbor, if we should boot the Jamaica Labour Party government from office and put in a government with a bunch of immatures, neighbor. A bunch of immatures. Persons who have never held any form of professional office in their lifetime is vying to come lead Jamaica in this critical stage. Right now, neighbor, we cannot afford that. We need persons who have understanding of the parliament. Imagine the PNP win election, neighbor, and we have to form a cabinet. When them go to parliament, neighbor, all of these persons are newcomers and they don't know about standing law, they don't know about standing order, they don't know about the finance committee. It's basically newcomers like we're teaching back over again, set back the country, and we cannot do that. I don't want to see Danishka Williamson in my parliament. Definitely, that's not a good representation to my country. I don't want to see some of these persons who the PNP have as candidate representing my country. I don't want to see them, neighbor. These persons don't ready for this level yet. And Jamaica cannot put them on, put the future of the country in a bunch of amateur hands, neighbor. Mark Golden himself, the leader of the opposition, is amateur. He has never lead anything. Now, Kira hear them say he's a successful businessman. Mark Golden has never lead any of these businesses that he has reaping his success from. He has always been the second, the middle, or the third man. Never the front man, neighbor. He's not a leader. He doesn't possess any form of leadership qualities. He cannot control his minions. They are all about spewing all type of lies, spreading propaganda and causing fearmongers amongst the voters and the undecided voters of Jamaica. And we have to stop them by voting them out.
Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, Scratchy. Hold on there. Our listeners, you know, it's one Scratchy. When he comes on the Labour Party should pay for Scratchy's segment.